Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of AC Unity. In the previous episodes, I pretty much had it a bit with these Enigma, Nostradamus Enigmas that we're solving, the riddles. Still have some 8 to do or something, so we are making progress slowly but steadily. And it was actually the last one, and that was a really hard one. And I think the episode before it, or before that one as well, there was one that was also, I think, literally unfindable without an online hint. This one actually, I must, yeah. How do you say it? Take my words back a bit. This one I could have found. The over here. The description actually was this one. Above the dark shadows of the erstwhile bastion, the tall square sentinel silently watches. The 9th month spill his blood. So that's really cryptic. Of course, I immediately thought, okay, erstwhile bastion. That is like, it used to be a fort or a bastion, and then it became something else, like a prison. And I actually, so that is indeed the correct way of thinking. But the riddle was over here. So my first thought was to look at this one. This is the temple, which was a bastion of the headquarters of the Templars, and then it became a prison, and then it got demolished or something. So I spent a lot of time over here. Then okay, it's probably not here. I also checked. Okay, the riddle was the tall square sentinel silently watches. So I was like, okay, sentinel, guards, square. These were square watchtowers. So I went in both watchtowers, nothing. Then I went all the way besides it, looking for a square, yeah, something that watches. So maybe a statue or something, and something tall. I still found it weird because it says above the dark shadows. Yeah, what does that mean, above the dark shadows? Anyway, it doesn't mean what I initially thought, that it's high up in the air. So the shadows fall on the ground, so it's above the ground. But later on I was like, maybe it is in the shadows of the fort. So I went around it, something, couldn't find it. Then I went over here, it's like a pretty squarish statue, nothing there. Then I went to the Bastille. Indeed, it was also first a fort, then turned prison. Checked around over here whether anything, some kind of statue fell down here or something. Nothing. Then I also considered this one. Looking around it, I thought, this is like a square watchtower, and this is a little bit, figuratively speaking, in the shadow of this one, but nothing here. Apparently it was in here, in one of those square watchtowers in the Les Châtelets, which apparently also is a fort turned prison. And I really don't like this way of riddles, because it applies, the riddle can apply to so much, so many buildings over here. So I understand it's a harder difficulty riddle. Anyways, so that was my complaining. But if I would have read, I, by the way, read almost all database entries already. But it is a learning moment for these riddles. It's good to even read them again, because if I would have read this one, then it would have really gave some clues. Here, marked by an imposingly tall square tower. Now, square, that is literally in the riddle, the tall square sentinel. This prison was once a fortress. Located in the heart of the city, this prison was once a fortress. So indeed, Erstwhile Bastion. Located in the heart of the city at the Place de Grave, it enjoyed a particularly sinister reputation. This was yet another construction of blah blah blah, set in the middle, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Whereas the Bastille was demolished in just a few frenzied weeks, the Grand Châtelet was put to fresh use by the Reign of Terror, housing prisoners that would fall victim during the September massacres. September massacres, I already got that clue from the riddle itself. It said the 9th month, spill his blood. But then I was like, yeah, all these prisons could have housed royalists or whoever, enemies of the revolution that were guillotined in September. So that's not really a unique thing. So, and also the tower is not unique. I checked these square towers here, they weren't there, so why would it be suddenly in here? They were all forts or what was it? Oh wait, I can do it like so, sorry. They were all like fortresses turned prison, so I'm still not really like, okay, what is the uniqueness of the riddle pointing towards this one? And actually I think the answer is nothing really, except that for this square tower the riddle is more accurate in the sense like the tall square sentinel silent above the dark shadows. It's really in the fort itself, and then above the ground, above where the shadows fall. And yeah, but that's over here as well, by the way. Yeah, so there really is not really uniqueness in the riddle to point towards this one. And that's also what makes it fatiguing. If you spend a lot of time checking out over here, then you're unlucky enough to first check out this one over here. At one point you just give up. And I also gave up. I checked on the internet and then I found that it was over here. But what my learning moment is, it just pays off to even read all the description in the database, because there are, even if I already knew this was a fort turned prison, there were clear clues in there. The square tower mentioning the September massacres, explicitly mentioning it. The fortress turned prison, explicitly mention it. So I could have found this one myself. So yeah, my ranting and raving in the previous episode was maybe a little bit over-exaggerated. Anyways, I'm also, sorry, it's a long rant at the start, and I also forgot to put on the timer, or didn't I? No. I'm also saying this because I think what I read while reading for this solution is that I think this is the Leo Nostradamus Enigma. Apparently these are some of the hardest in the whole game. So I'm really also talking it out loud to get it ingrained in my mind to go for a certain way of thinking. And also, important to note, yeah, it can be quite far away. It doesn't need to be immediately in the vicinity. Like this one was much closer by the riddle location over here than this one. That is not really a factor. I don't think if the riddle is here that the solution will be all the way over there. But I did, for instance, have one. The riddle was over here and the solution was over here. That's quite far away. So that's one thing I have to remember, and I have to remember to read the databases. And now, after a very long rant or blabbering, let's finally try and find that second one on our own. Pretty sure it will not, I will not be smart enough for it, but let's try anyways. Here we go. Right, I'm making a picture so that I don't need to get into the menu all the time. Like so. The martyrs of Herod. Alright, first let's see what Herod means. Herod. Herod, also known as Herod the Great, was a Roman client king of Judea, referred to as the Herodian kingdom. Alright, in their ageless temple, alright, we know there's one building here that's actually called the temple. That's the building where I was actually looking for mostly what I just explained for this riddle. Homes, the alchemist's tones. Alright, I have no idea what an alchemist tone is. An alchemist is somebody who brews like mixtures, chemistry. Alchemist tones. Yeah, it's really... What is the tone of an alchemist? The mood of the alchemist can be described as happy. The alchemist... Yeah, no. Alright, with their macabre, soundless dance. Alright, this one is again... God damn it. Very cryptic. I do know there was like an alchemist or somebody who worked on gunpowder in a co-op mission. Haunt the alchemist's tones with their macabre, soundless dance. Yeah. A macabre, soundless dance. I'm also not sure whether if a location is here, whether the solution can actually be on the other side of the river. I assume not, but anyways, I know where was that. Was it over here? No. It was not over here. There was like this... Yeah, it was over here. Palais Royal. Over here, there's like an alchemist room. Let's just quickly check it out. Here, this was a room from a co-op mission I forgot to explore at the time. Somebody was making gunpowder over here. Nothing here. And then let's see if there's any other clue here that we can use. Are there soundless macabre dances over here? From the martyrs of Herods. And Herods, I think, it would refer to Judaism, I would say. Because it was a client king of Judea. He initiated the murder of all the infants in Bethlehem in an attempt to get rid of the baby Jesus. Holy smack. He tried to murder babies. So, the martyrs of Herod, are that like the child he killed? Or are that actually his victims? Or are that people aligning with him that died in the name of in a battle in the name of him? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm over here and not in the right area. Right, this is a difficult one. So it was a killer of children, and there is like this convent here, like for children, Fille du Calvaire convent. In their ageless temple, haunted alchemist stones with their macabre soundless dance. Yeah, macabre soundless dance. I'm not sure. I'm thinking of flags, but are waving flags in the wind, are they macabre? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's quickly check out this one. This purely because it is called the temple, and the riddle says in their ageless temple. I'm really pretty sure there's nothing here, but check it out anyways. Ah, there even was a way in over here. There was something over there, but that's one of those companion symbols which are not relevant to the game anymore. It's already been discarded. There's no companion app or online. Faintly heard something. There's no companion app or online environment anymore. Alright, the only thing I don't really like is that I have the feeling I'm now already like randomly running around without a clear plan, so to say. And I also again have to take out enemies, which is annoying.
Ah, sod it. It's not important.
further down. I thought we could get further down. Oh. Man. These riddles can be quite hard. Nothing here. Alright, yeah. Alright, I will quickly check out outside. Pretty sure there will be nothing there. Except annoying enemies walking about that I will have to go and evade. But let's quickly run around anyways. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Anti-revolutionary bastard!
Here, this is what I mean with annoyance. These guys are so annoying.
No, you don't!
Yeah.
So slow!
I really don't see anything that's help out here. Right, let's just assume this is not the location. So we have the martyrs of Herod in their ageless temple. That's the reason I was over here, because this is called the temple. It doesn't necessarily mean it's ageless. Haunt the alchemist's tones. No idea what an alchemist's tone is. With their macabre, soundless dance. If it could be like a little alchemy shop in a street, I'm not gonna walk into each and every street trying to see if there's an alchemist shop. It's also... Alright, I will one thing again double check on these martyrs. Herod's martyrs. The massacre of the innocent is the incident in the nativity narrative of the Gospel of Matthew, in which Herod, the great king of Judea, orders the execution of all male children 2 years old and under in the vicinity of Bethlehem. The massacre of the innocents. Right, and now what I wanted to say, what I also need to do, is practice what I preach, read the database. So, I do think there may be some information about Des Innocents. Maybe that's the name of a building. First I'm checking the people. I never really checked the people yet. I'm quickly scanning through it. is this? Right. Sorry. Ah, the conciergerie is also a prison. Man, there are many prisons in Paris in this game as well. By the way, sorry, I know this is not fun at all to watch, but if I don't find it quickly in this episode, I will try to find it in between episodes, and then in the next episode there will be the location, hopefully. I'm just looking at little clues. I'm now looking into the persons. I'm now looking at persons. It's quicker to look at buildings first. But I was like, because it says the martyrs of Herod, the king of Judea, could be maybe a link here, but Right, groups. It's just like this clue goes so far back to the birth of Christ, or Jesus. The martyrs of Herod in their ageless temple haunts the alchemist's stones with their macabre soundless dance. Nothing here. Paris stories. Aha! A chemist. Here, he served on the Gunpowder Commission. I think this is the guy whose apartment we went in earlier in this episode. The alchemist, chemist. Nope. Nothing here. Man, if you read these stories, I will read the all the database entries I didn't explicitly read yet at the end of the playthrough. But this is all so crazy, like 16 nuns being guillotined just for probably having secret counter-revolutionary meetings and continuing to be loyal to their religious order and their authority. It's crazy. An alchemist from Rombbb, William was deeply interested in Flamel and produced the famous Flamel images, consisting of obscure figures. Yeah, I have no idea where his house is or if he even has a house. God damn it, this is not fun at all. Alright guys, sorry, I'm hitting the 40-minute marker. This is pretty yeah, uneventful for a episode. I will also mark it in the description that almost nothing happens. I will continue reading this, scrolling through it in between episodes, and then hopefully in the beginning of the next episode I hopefully will have uncovered the location of this enigma, but I really would like to prevent looking it up on the internet again, because it really feels like cheating, and I actually, yeah, it's not even fun. There's no sense of accomplishment if you do it. It's almost like embarrassing. So then I'm now playing a game that really gives me a bad feeling for having to look up stuff. So I really will try and do my best. I cannot guarantee I will find it, but let's see how far we get. I hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.